No, I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to something maybe happened because bats are checked by the umpires in the dressing room and they have to pass through a gauge. But each player has got many bats. So I think maybe the doubt was that the bat that was checked and the bat used was different, so it can happen. But, if I look at the past history, then, Dennis really used the aluminium bat because that was damaging the ball. And a lot of innovations have come, but few of them have been, stopped by ICC, like the carbon fiber tape, which was also disallowed because Ricky Ponting was using, or the graphite edges people are using, so that the sneakometer doesn't catch it. So because everybody tries to be ahead of the curve. But I think it has to be fair, and the dimensions of bat by ICC are also very, confusing because, the length of the bat should be 38 inches and the width has to be a certain thing and the edges can't be more than 4 centimeters. But the players actually want bigger bulk these days, because then the power center is different for different players. If I'm playing in India, so I will have the bulk of the bat here, the meaty part here. But if I go to Australia, I should have the meaty part here because the ball meets the bat here. So every player has got their various zone and the pickup and the feel of the bat is very essential for the player. The weight of the bat also varies from their form to form, season to season. Like Azhar used to play with a very light bat, and Sachin used to play with 3.2 bat. But that was that was within the range. But I think if you are just trying to show that you are trying to curtail unfair advantage by the batsman and power hitting the way it is going, the bowlers are looking, slaves. So I think you can do other things like maybe allow another bouncer for them, let the batsman do whatever. And I'm sure nobody in this day and age, bigger player will try to cheat. I think they will try to go into a grey area, but that grey area also for that player should give him that kind of a quantum advantage. Otherwise, it's pointless to just create controversy, because then I remember they used to play with the mongoose bat, and that was allowed because there was no edges. So now, I am sure in one match, the umpire disallowed that. But then, it was reversed because, it doesn't give advantage to the batsman. So I think so, and innovations will happen, I think, because the curve of the bat also is there. But the size of the bat, like if a player is 7 foot tall, then how can I just limit him to 38 inches or 43 inches, So that is also an area where the umpires have got that leverage. Unless there is some special material or some added advantage the batsman is trying to use. But checking it on the ground, which is the question, that is surprising because I'm sure there's a doubt that the bat that was checked in the dressing room, in the gauge, and the player in the match was using a different bat. So.
You just talked about how the bat have evolved. So I would just deep dive into the question that you used to play. What kind of bats we saw, and from nowadays we saw Mangalu's bat, and we saw different kinds of bats, and bats playing a major role for the game. It's as important as a pitch, I feel. So what do you feel that how the bats have evolved? What could be the future lead up into? And is this the only way to stop the high scoring games and the bowlers being completely out of the game?
See, I think some players are very fussy about their bat, and some players are very casual. When Pataudi used to just pick up any bat lying near the door and used to bat in a test match, so those are the players. I saw a picture of Barry Richards with his bat and David Warner's bat. It was half the size, and Barry Richards got 300 runs in Melbourne. So you can imagine, and earlier batsmen used to play with sticks because there was no curve. And this English willow is also not that, modified. But now English willow is coming, the stripes are counted, it's pressed because, we live in a modern age. And, because of that, and you get this, the fiber tape, and you can do so many things. You've got bats with chips now, and the handle also, you can use only 20% of other material rather than cane and Sarawak. So I think, but if you see that the players will try and try to change, they will try to push the envelope. But if you want to stop power hitting, then give the bowlers bit of leverage. They've allowed saliva, which is very good. They have got the ball to change after 11 overs. That is very good. But beyond that, allow them a bit of leverage by giving them extra bouncer, and then you see.
Also taking to the bat side only, how does actually take us to our audience would see how does this bat being thick and bat being that you talked about the bulkier area, how does it makes an impact in the batter's game, and is it more important, is it overpowering the techniques that the batter need?
Not really. I think I've told you, the kind of the technology being used to develop the willow and keep it light but make it thicker and compress it. So they've got the materials to do that now. And if this is thick here and the weight is still good and the balance is good, then I will be able to hit the ball more powerfully if my middle has got more meat on it, So I think that is also then how much you compress it. In the olden days, players used to put linseed oil and buy the new bat and then just season it before playing. And then they used to put glue and all, and then used to put the tapes and all. But now they don't need to put because they've got the fiber tape, which just keeps it together, and and the grains together, because the grains are so delicate that if they chip, then the bat is going to expand, and the fiber tape gets it stuck together. But now it's individual thing. I think some players focus too much on their equipment, but handsome is what handsome does. You can give a best bat in the world to a player who doesn't know how to play, he will not get you runs.